Councilmember Price, it's so nice to see you.
Good seeing you, Maria. It's good being with you and your viewers.
You made some pretty strong decisions with the new ninth during this past year, in particular around COVID and testing and making sure that there was an outreach to the people that you serve. What did you realize and why did you make the decisions and what exactly did you do?
Well, you know, it was apparent early on that minority communities were being disproportionately impacted with this pandemic. They were not being tested. They were in harm's way, not paying attention to many of the norms. So it was imperative for us as a government, local government, to help get the word out, to spread the word, to encourage people to comply and to be respectful of themselves and others. Of course, you know, we've had to do much more than just talk about good health habits. We've been having to help people who are really in need. I led the effort to impose a moratorium on evictions so that individuals caught between paying rent and buying food would be saved at least during this period of time. We supported programs for small businesses, grant programs, loan programs, and of course, you know, we've been able to provide food to individuals who haven't been able to maintain their standard. And so we've given away thousands of masks, sanitizers, diapers, you know, whatever is needed. But you know, until we have a vaccine that everyone is taking, that you know, relatively the majority of the population takes, and until we have programs from the federal level to help, then I think the local government's got to step up and step in.
You bet. And you stepped in also with testing. How were your testing programs?
Well, we're really excited about that. We probably tested over 100,000 over the past several months. We established the first walk-up testing facility at one of our local centers, Kedron Health Center. St. John's had been testing in parks and in other locations. We're doing testing in the senior centers, senior homes with our fire department. We even have reached out to organizations. So we're getting the word out, we're providing services, and even had a COVID test at the center, at the district office. And so we're sensitive, we are aware, we want people to take advantage of resources and be aware of what the problems are.
You mentioned, you know, insecurity in a number of arenas, and one of them, of course, you know, the unhoused and housing, but there were some pretty strong decisions you made in the realm of homelessness during 2020.
Well, yes, you know, homelessness is a problem. It's a national problem, really scourge on all of us. So we've got to do more and better. District 9, my district, has the second largest concentration of homeless. We've got to do a better job. I'm proud of what we're doing to provide emergency shelters. We need to be doing more. I hope we can create some pallet-like housing to get people off the streets. We got to get them off the streets so we can provide services. But that can be a temporary solution. We've got a bridge site on Hope Street we're excited about. We'll be rolling out over the next several months almost 800 units of supportive housing with wraparound services, supporting a variety of populations, veterans, women with the children, youth, seniors. So we are excited about those projects as they come online over the next several months. And in addition to the public supportive housing, we've got affordable housing projects, right. Almost 1,000 units coming online in the next, again, 2 or 3 years. And so we know housing is important, and we've got to make sure that the individuals who live in our community are able to take advantage of these housing programs as they develop.
Well, council members, as we close out the year, let's take a look at some of the things that happened in District 9 over the year.
Grateful to these council members that asked me to come in. You know, I still live in South Central Los Angeles. I want to be a businesswoman in this city. I've already started by doing comedy and bringing joy, and I like to bring opportunity to the people, and not just to myself, but to everyone around me. And when I say that, I mean that.
It's my honor to present the 2020 Academy Award winners for the Best Animated Short Film, Hair Love. So we're just excited to celebrate Black history, Black culture, and the trials and tribulations of hair. We're here on the corner of 27th and Central, and we are going to be kicking off Ciclavia on Central Avenue. Well, we're just so excited about the new Hope on Hope Street, or the Bridge Housing Project. We know that behind every human struggling with conditions of homelessness, there's a story. You know, they didn't just arrive there. A person who had their heart broken, someone who suffered an unthinkable tragedy, an individual who faced some kind of social injustice. We're excited that today Kedron is going to become a testing site here in South LA for the COVID virus. In the span of just a few weeks, we were able to turn an underutilized parking lot into a community that will now be home to 10 families previously living in cars, RVs, and motel rooms.
In my youth, I can remember walking from my grandmother's house to Expo Park. So this is an opportunity for us to step up, make the kinds of improvements that are going to be important and necessary for families, for our kids.
This project means a great deal to us here in the city and here in CD9. So we really want it to be a real center. And the fact that it will be able to house homeless individuals, our transitional age youth, again, I think really underscores the fact that we are really creating a community here. We're going to be able to distribute over 2,500 turkeys. That's going to feed a lot of families. Again, just an opportunity for us to say thank you and that we're with you. During this pandemic, being able to have a nice meal, a complete meal, is going to be important. This is a facility that will house homeless individuals, but will provide more than just housing. It's going to provide occupational services, medical services, services designed to help the veterans who are going to be housed here become reacclimated and rejoin society.
So I'm here on behalf of Councilman Kern Price, and we're collaborating with Garda Heart to provide antibody testing for COVID-19. It's super important that we are testing our community, especially those folks that have no symptoms.
Usually we have a big celebration at the convention center, honoring our seniors, celebrating their achievements. This year we can't do just that, and so we have had to scale back a bit. So we're doing individual celebrations all over our community with our seniors. It's an exciting project that will house 56 homeless individuals, 40 of whom will be veterans who've been experiencing homelessness.
What we're finding in all of the food giveaways is that the volume has doubled or tripled in some cases. And what that's showing us is that the need for food security in South Los Angeles is great as people run out of money and can't go to the grocery store.
Well, Tennyson said, "Hope smiles for the threshold of the year to come, whispering it will be happier." Councilmember Price, do you think it's going to be happier? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I do think it's going to be happier. I think we should all be excited about the vaccine that will soon be available. We are hopeful that in fact, it will do what it's supposed to do. In the meantime, we have to do what we need to do, and that is still be mindful, be careful, and kind of watch the science. But as we do roll back out, we're excited about supporting our local businesses, our small businesses, helping them to continue to be employers in our community. We know we've got to provide assistance for renters, for small property owners, and we've got to do more making sure that we're leveraging resources for our youth.
And I know that one of your major concerns is education.
Yes, Maria, it is. We know, especially in our communities, in Black and brown communities, where education is so important, frequently our youth are not taking advantage of the resources, and they don't get the kinds of training and resources they need to be successful. And certainly during this pandemic, the literature certainly suggested that youth, and especially inner city youth, Black and brown youth, are falling behind on the learning curve with the either not having access to technology, not utilizing it, the ineffectiveness of the systems. And so we have to do a better job. Almost a third of my population is under 18, Maria. So I'm real sensitive to the needs that we have. And so we're always expanding opportunities in our parks, recreation centers, open spaces. Again, trying to be a bridge with the schools as they continue to educate our kids.
Well, I look forward to talking to you in the new year. I appreciate you being with us today, and warmest wishes for the holiday, sir.
Thank you. Same to you and your family.
Thank you. And that's a wrap on This Year in Review with Councilmember Curran Price.